What's going on, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to finals of season 12. This week we have Liza J versus Yuno, our two finalists, both of which I don't believe have won a chip before. I will say I could have sworn that Yuno had won a chip here, but I actually had something wrong on my Hall of Fame doc, so I'm going to have to change that and give the person who actually won season 5 credit for winning season 5 and not Yuno, because Yuno I don't even think was a finalist that season. So yeah, and I don't think Liza J has made, I don't think he's won a chip yet either, but he has gotten in the Hall of Fame I think once or twice for having top seed, so both are pretty formidable opponents. And yeah, this is going to be a good finals watch. So on J's side we have Nidoqueen, Primarina, Deo Speed, Cinderace, Gyarados, and Roaring Moon. It's going to be Terra Flying on the Gyarados. And on Yuno's side we have Dragapult, Terra Normal Toxtricity, Musharna, Celesteela, Donphan, and Amoonguss. So I'm excited to see Musharna. What is Musharna? It's not Levitate. It's like Overcoat? No. Forewarn, Synchronize, and Telepathy. So basically, it's always Synchronized, because I could probably see potential for Forewarn, because I think it's the same as Anticipation, right? I guess, but for the most part, these Mons, like, if they're gonna have a coverage move to hit Musharna, they'll probably have the coverage move, except maybe Dio, but we'll see. Other than that, I think for Yuno, there's not really a Boomber switch in for Joey. I wonder if it's like, maybe it's like a Bulky Moon. Maybe Bulky Moon can handle Toxtricity, but I'm not sure. I mean, you resist Overdrive. Sludge Wave doesn't do that much because Toxtricity isn't that strong. It's just Punk Rock that makes it strong. So I could see like a Bulky Spadef, Roaring Moon, or maybe AV. I don't know the calcs for Boom Burst. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a Boom Burst switch in. Even like Scarf Boom Burst looks pretty scary. In terms of Joey's team, who do I think looks good on Joey's team here? Cinderace always looks good. It outspeeds just about everything, and you can Libero Sucker Punch Polt, and I'm pretty sure it kills. If not, Polt has to invest quite a bit in bulk, or like at least defense, to not get KO'd by the Sucker Punch. So that'll be interesting. Also, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sniffly still, but I'm not as stuffy as I was earlier this week when I made like 3 videos back to back, so I should be good. So getting things started, we're gonna lead Cinderace into Polt. I honestly kind of saw this as a lead, because I thought Cinderace looked good, and actually Polt looks decent too, because I wouldn't expect a Roaring Moon lead, and if you lead Roaring Moon, you see its booster energy, or you'll probably just assume it's Scarf and just go Celesteela, or Donphan, or Amoonguss, or whoever you need to send in on Moon. So he's actually going to switch out. So it looks like maybe we're not Sucker Punch Cinderace, or we don't. Maybe potentially we're scared that we don't kill a Sucker Punch. And this looks like Spadef Primarina leftovers. Okay, so it's not. It doesn't look like it would be. Okay, so it's not Specs Polt. So what would this Polt be? Boots maybe, because Dio can like set up hazards and shit. Or Rocks, and I mean our removal is Donphan, but Donphan doesn't really switch in on Nidoqueen super well, so you'd have to deal with Rocks with some of your Mons eventually. So we go Toxtricity on Nidoqueen, which is interesting. But I assume like we're just gonna be able to Terrasilize here. Boom Burst does quite a bit, as Earth Power doesn't knock it out. Boom Burst will kill the Nidoqueen. So our first death of finals will be the Nidoqueen. This thing didn't die when I faced it, but pop off, Queen. or king, or whoever. So we're going to tear the Gyarados, Terra Blast, flying into Celesteela. We're going to see Celesteela's packing a lot of defense and leftovers. Heavy Slam's going to do quite a bit to Cinderace, and I think... Okay, no, we're just going to switch in the Pult on the U-turn. Are we bulky Pult? I actually don't know like any of these calcs. We're going to see the Photosynthesis speed on Pult, or on Roaring Moon there, so yeah, we're going to be forced into Celesteela on the Dragon Dance. Roaring Moon is just not going to do anything to Steela here. We're actually running Crunch over Knock. Interesting. Superpower. Okay. Yeah, so I guess Celesteela does get Superpower. Good bring. Celesteela is one of the heaviest Pokemon of all time, so like usually Heavy Slam is a lot stronger, but Roaring Moon is also very heavy apparently. I didn't know it was that heavy. I would have expected Heavy Slam to do like 50, but either like Bulky Moon or Celesteela just isn't as much heavier as I thought it would be. But yeah, we do kill with the Superpower, which is nice. Get a defense boost from whatever it is. Pyro Ball is not going to do too much to Pult, and we're still not switching. We are Libero Cinderace, so we must not have Sucker Punch. It's either that or we're like choice locked, maybe, right? Because what we Pyro Balled into the Celesteela. So yeah, Pult's just gonna come in. Primarina's gonna be forced in on the Shadow Ball. Not gonna get Spadef dropped at least. But we are going to get some chip with U-turn. So Primarina is slowly going down. Oh, we're going to see the sub. Scald. Leaf Storm Amoonguss, probably Eject Pack. Yeah. He's been liking the Eject Pack Amoonguss. I'm not really sure what subbing was for on the Prim, and yeah, Prim is going to go down. This is not looking super great. We are going to get that Terra Blast off and get the attack boost. Okay, so now Donphan's going to come in. It will eat that Terra Blast, and we're going to knock off the Choice Scarf. And then our Ice Shard will do quite a bit. Waterfall will knock out the Donphan, but at this point, yeah, we get outsped by Pult. Pult is just going to be able to Shadow Ball. Deo Speed's going to come in. And Pult's not... Pre-con. Ice Beam. What the fuck? Is that like AV Musharna? Must be AV? We're gonna sack Celesteela here. Pyro Ball. It's kind of sad here that we don't have Sucker Punch on Cinder because Cinderace could probably win this game if it had Sucker. Yeah, it's gonna go down to that Shadow Ball, unfortunately. Deo Speed's gonna come in. Are we just gonna let Pult die? Ooh, we plot. Interesting. Shadow Ball isn't gonna knock it out, and we're not weakness policy, so yeah. Musharna should just be able to eat this, though. Could have been over if we froze, because I think Amoonguss would die to anything, but really good game. Joey almost brought it back, because a couple turns ago, like what, turn... Yeah, like turn 17, like we don't have a lot of stuff. Cinderace is like almost half dead. I guess the Celesteela is like half dead. Pult's like half dead, so it's a little bit closer than it looked. But at some point, it was 6 versus 3 at this point, so it's looking pretty concerning. Yeah, Gyarados does outspeed Toxtricity. So yeah, that'll be GG's for Yuno. Good job on winning the chip. Also, completely undefeated season. We had no games where Yuno was the loser of anything, so congrats on that. Also bringing Musharna being the last one, well, there's Amoonguss, but Musharna being on the field last in a finals game is really funny. I haven't seen Musharna used, like, ever, but it did some decent work this season. I don't really think it stayed in on the field, like, too long, but it showed here, like, it did pretty well at handling the the Deo Speed. Honestly, it probably handled the Nidoqueen, because it looks like this might have been AV. Actually, do I have the pace? Let me see if I have the pace. Just scroll up quite a bit because you know how to tell me that he did not win a chip. And I thought they did. Okay, so that's Yuno's paste. Do we have Joey's paste? No, we don't have his paste, unfortunately. He did say that he was happy I didn't win, which is funny because he beat me last week, but I am the only person that has 2 chips here so far. Unless, wait, does Steven have 2 chips as well? Steven might also have 2 chips here. I will look at the Hall of Fame doc afterwards, because it's where I have, like, the updated stats for Yuno's team. I might have to go through for Joey's team, too, because... No, because Yuno was top seed and champion. So I don't... Fuck you, Joey. I don't need to do anything for you. But yeah, looking at this paste... sorry, didn't change the scene. Just gonna, like, put that down a little bit. Just to see all the moves, at least. So, Pult was very bulky. Draco, Meteor, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, U-Turn. With Colbur. Musharna was also Colbur Berry. Okay, so we were Colbur, so we weren't really scared of Cinderace. We could always switch in on Pyro into Sucker. So that was a good bring, and it was also very bulky. And it wasn't very strong. Because, yeah, that Prim was eating, like, no tomorrow. Musharna was Moonlight. I didn't know that it got Baton Pass. Honestly, though, they should give Musharna Teleport, I think. It was just max special defense with Shadow Ball, Gleam. No Psychic Stab. I would have assumed we ran Psychic Stab for Nidoqueen, but I guess not. The Donphan, Boots, max attack. Wow. EQ, Knock, Spin, Shard. Toxtricity, yeah, just Scarf, Boom, Burst, Overdrive, Sludge, Wave, Volt. Celesteela was pretty mixed. He had 4 speed for some reason. Maybe the 4 speed was for, like, a slight... I don't know what 4 speed would be for. Because you wouldn't go for a speed tie. Like, you'd want to run a little bit more than 4 just to creep a creep. Unless, I guess, you wanted to speed tie a creep and that's all you could afford. I don't know. Heavy Slam, Superpower, EQ, Stone Edge. And the Amoonguss, Leaf Storm, Stun Spore. Foul Play, Stomping Tantrum. I actually didn't know that Amoonguss got Stun Spore. I guess it makes sense because it learns Normal Spore. But I've never seen Stun Spore Amoonguss. It was always just Spore or, like, Toxic. Foul Play is always a good move on it, and it had Stomping Tantrum. Relax Nature. Relax Nature, I think, is minus speed, right? I think so. So yeah, that makes sense. Pretty simple paste for, like, the bottom 2. Looks like he put a lot more effort into Tox, Celesteela, and, like, Pulse. Well, probably not. The Toxtricity is, like, very... Like, that's just a Toxtricity set. But, like, the EVs for, like, Musharna, Donphan, and Amoonguss, like, pretty standard. Just a very bulky team. So looking at this... you can see for Yuno, he used all of his Pokemon, at least. Surprisingly, didn't really use Samurott as much as I thought they would. I kind of forgot that he had Samurott, because I feel like it really didn't do that much for him this season, but I guess that makes sense. But it's kind of funny, because when first time I used Hisuian Samurott, like, it did everything for me, but for Yuno, like, Celesteela just kind of sat there. Toxtricity ended up getting quite a bit of KOs, especially in playoffs. So we got 3 Mons that got above 10 kills. Volcarona did nothing, so, like, this is a chip winner with a team that had a Mon that did absolutely nothing all season, Volcarona. Of course, you do have to prep for Volcarona, it's just a prep Mon, but, like, in reality, like, most Mons will want rock coverage or something anyway, but for most teams, but Volcarona is the only rock weakness, so I guess in theory, like, Volk kind of pairs with Celesteela. I kind of see it. And then our rock resist is Dawn Fan and Hitmontop, so it's not great. Pult didn't come to every game, so this is out of 12 games. He only brought Pult to 9. 8 kills for it though, pretty decent. Mega Diancie really showed off. When was the last time Mega Diancie kind of showed off? Because I think there might be 2 teams in here with Mega Diancie. It's gonna be Season 1 from Beige, top seed. And then Mega Diancie appeared again, Season 10 with Steven. Oh yeah, Steven does have 2 chips. He won Season 7 and 10. So it's me and Steven who have 2 chips. No one else, I believe, has 2 chips. Because, yeah, me, Beige... no, it's me, Frandy, Charles, kinda, Ryan, Mitchell, Odie. Oh, Steven got top seed. Yuno did not win this chip. It should be Void's. Which I did know that, but I'm surprised it took me this long to realize that Void's wasn't here, and I had Yuno's team. I know that this was Yuno's team for sure, because I remember, like, I remember doing PRs and having to look at this team. I thought it was pretty insane, but now that I look at it, like, I don't really think this team is that insane, but, this was top seed. I don't remember getting top seed of this shit. And also, when the fuck did Reniclus kill something? I don't know. Zor got Season 6. Very impressive. Steven, Season 7. P. McGee, 8. Me, Season 9. Steven, Season 10. Fletch. Oh yeah, Fletch does have a chip. I don't know if Fletch has a role. I might have to make sure that he has a role. But yeah, Yuno is the first person since Ryan, like 3.5 years ago, that got a chip without losing a game, like completely undefeated season. So very good job. This Coach Hall of Fame. I will have to update this at some point. I probably will. I believe I could probably add Yuno to this as well, because right now there's a lot more people that need to be here. I just haven't felt like doing any of this, and then like at some point I'm gonna have to I'll probably have to update this, because I think Armarouge should be on here over like some of these guys, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'd like to host a speed tour later. If anyone is interested in doing a speed tour, let me know, because I would love to do one with the new megas. We also just got more new megas announced that are coming like 1 month from now, so but yeah, hopefully that'll be fun. Season 13 will definitely involve the new megas. If some of them end up being broken, I might end up redoing Ubers. So if anyone is interested in Ubers, I might not do Terra or cut back on Terra. And if we do Ubers, I'm cutting back on the Arceus forms. I think I might only allow like 1 Arceus form. And maybe I'll randomize which one I allow. If I don't randomize, it'll definitely be Bug. I might also allow Ice. But like, I don't want to face Arceus every week again, so yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next season.